test the back end so that, whenever they buy off the site, mirrored the back end plugged into their banking account. And then we become just suppliers of the merchandise and they become buyers to us. I think it's so exciting. I mean, having this mirrored site, the customer doesn't know that they're not going to us or to them or wherever. They're just seeing that site and the back end stuff.
That's right.
I think it's so exciting and it's so radical and it's such a game changer that no other wine brand is doing this. And with me offering all the marketing and the vibe and, and you're getting an ad agency in a box, which before then you would never even be able to sit in the ad agency's reception area and have a cup of coffee because you wouldn't afford their rates.
Okay.
We're able to do this with everyone and give them the benefit, which I think is so exciting.
Okay, I've got this set up right now, so so now I need you to
welcome to About the.
All right. Okay. Let's see if this is right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Fishwives Club live stream. Good morning. I've got Patrick Robertson, the CEO of the Fishwives Club, talking to us this morning. Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Will. Thank you for having me on again.
No, it's an absolute pleasure having you on, and thank you for spending the time with us. There's a lot of exciting things happening at the Fishwives Club. The purpose of this morning is to actually talk about new things. We're now on level 2 of the lockdown, and you've been running a nice level 3 special, which now ended. So tell us how did you cope with this whole lockdown situation, and what has happened, and what do you see going forward?
Well, I think I share the same frustration as all the wine brands and producers in South Africa with the infuriating lockdowns. We at some, in one way we understand it, but in another it isn't a solution. But we're just very glad that we're down to level 2 now. And this is the time when we really need to work together. And I think the wine industry now needs to and is looking to work together. And we're seeing some very encouraging unity that's happening in the industry. But we've got a long road to go, and I think it's actually changing the landscape of how we do business and how the wine industry has operated and the new opportunities that this whole dilemma has created. It's actually created new spaces as well, but we're still counting the cost. I think we'll only really see a true picture by the end of the year at what the damage has been wrought on the industry.
Well, I think the Fishwives Club have really embraced the whole change, like you say, in environment, and you guys have launched a new direct-to-consumer initiative. And also now, launching this whole lifestyle club initiative. But before we go there, let's start with the direct-to-consumer initiative, and tell us about your online boutique, as you call it, which is very, very interesting, and what you're planning to do with it, and how does that work?
Well, it was something that I had designed and wanted to put into practice a couple of years ago, and it just goes to show that sometimes ideas just need to wait for their time. And suddenly, direct-to-consumer has really created, has taken away the doubt or the suspicion that many shoppers had going online. We've always had online, and online has been growing incredibly well. But the idea suddenly of this kind of service, direct to consumer, without having to go to the shop, that the shop comes to you, is actually a real game changer. And the wine estates and wine brands that embrace this are going to see a whole new avenue open up for themselves. I think it does pose a question for the major retailers. There will always be space for the major retailers, of course, because of the psychology of shopping for many things under one roof. But it's certainly a very exciting avenue, and that's where we saw the opportunity to, as the right timing, the window opened, and we took the gap and launched our boutique, where what we're doing is we're extending the brand touch points into many different bespoke items or accessories that carry the brand ethos for quality and craftsmanship into other areas of where one would use these accessories for socializing, and we've developed a range of wineware where you can wear your favorite cultivar in clothing whilst enjoying your favorite cultivar. Some of the copy on, let's say, the Sauvignon Blanc shirt says you can spill Sauvignon Blanc on it all day and you'll still look fabulous in it. So the idea is really to extend the brand experience from wine into many different areas.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Are you planning any other? At the moment, the boutique has, like you say, has this cultivar range, and basically, you've got the tank tops and the teas. Are you planning any other products that are coming out?
Yes, we're looking at having some of our labels converted to beautiful handmade scatter cushions. We're looking at beautiful Egyptian cotton table runners that are handmade. What the idea is we want to many socially conscious South African companies are doing the same thing, where they're looking at cottage industry in the townships and previously disadvantaged areas, where literally creating mini home factories, if you want to call it that, where we're using our South African locals and using their incredible skills, particularly when it comes to artwork and fabric and handmade stuff, and using that as our sort of local industry and creating cottage industries. And that's very, very exciting. So that's really where we want to see it. And the idea being we're offering the boutique extension or the lifestyle extension to our importers overseas as an online store as well, so that we're able to grow the production of these beautiful handmade items and offer that as a brand extension to grow the wine sales in the different countries we export to, as well as growing the brand presence and the brand experience through wineware, through anything related to entertaining at home, etc. It's still in its infancy, so we want to work closely with our fans and the consumers who buy the Fishwives wines and the branded goods, and get feedback from them what they would like to see on the store. And we want to be in a position now to create original items, original ladies' cooler bags, etc., that aren't available anywhere else.
Patrick, it sounds fantastic. You mentioned the whole idea of sustainability and sustainable companies. I've heard via the grapevine that you are planning, besides your cans that you are launching soon, you're also planning a green range or something like that. Can you explain a little bit more what this would be?
Yes, we're looking at We've found that, particularly amongst the millennials, there's I like to call it conscious buying, the more conscious, environmentally conscious, and humanitarian conscious consumer, particularly with the younger generations. are wanting vegan friendly, no sulfur added, something that's fully recyclable, which is the cans, which is very green. It reduces your carbon footprint all the way along the value chain and the supply chain because of the lighter goods transportation. It all adds up. And so we're looking at it's much more of a sort of a more niche market than the traditional wine range, but we have an incredible red coming out in a no sulfur added, which the quality is outstanding, to rival any sulfur added brand out there, and I think it's very exciting. So we want to test that market and start to grow that section of the market where we're looking at a unique tannin that we're going to use in that particular range called the Green Collection. So we're going to start off with a Shiraz, and the tannin we're going to be using again is completely unique to South Africa. It's a honeybush tannin. It's been patented in I think over 60 odd countries. I speak under correction, and it's a uniquely South African invention, or at least invention creation, should I rather say. So it's a natural antioxidant that is replacing the normal available tannins. And one can find out more about that tannin on the Red Dawn website. But yeah, we're using a unique honeybush tannin. And we're very excited to see what the reaction will be, particularly amongst blind testing. But yeah, to come out in a can, and we want to test the market with a no sulfur added, vegan friendly, antioxidant, and possibly a slightly lower alcohol in future variant. So we're calling that the Green Collection.
Okay, that's awesome, Patrick. Now the main, the boutique is part of this whole of the Fishwives Club, but really the Fishwives Club is really what it says. It's a club, right? And part of this club is actually the launch of what I can call the Fishwives Club Lifestyle Society, or for lack of a better word, that is just the name I've given to it. But maybe you could give us a little bit more of what the Fishwives Club is, and how do people actually this whole you mentioned to me that this whole September is going to be part of launching this, I think, which make me think this is not your normal run-of-the-mill wine club, right? Enlighten us a bit of how this is going to work, and more importantly, how do I become a member?
Well, first of all, when I first started, with the brand, I launched the Sauvignon Blanc, and I tested that in the market. So I took a year's table, should I say, or stand or stall at the Stellenbosch Slow Market, and I just wanted to get feedback, because we sold the wines there. I want to get feedback from the customers themselves. And what I noticed was mostly the women that really love wine, they don't really know particularly huge amount about wine. They don't want to study to be a sommelier. They don't want to necessarily be the head of their wine club, and talk about whether it's first fill or second fill in the barrel. So what I found was the best wine is the wine you enjoy, and you don't need to know anything about wine to know that you love wine and that particular cultivar. And so we also even did an ad that we posted that said, if you don't know your Grenache from your Viognier, then welcome to the club. Because we wanted to be very accessible from a consumer point of view, to demystify wine and take it away from the sort of, you've got to know something about wine before you pick something off a wine list and pair it with some meal for dinner. Wine is becoming such a social oil, if you want to call it that, and it's a wonderful social product. And so as this has developed, and hence the brand extensions into the different touch points and different exclusive, should I say, accessories. We also want to be able to offer experiences, and so we want to be doing something really different. That it's not just a run-of-the-mill club. We want to make you feel special. How do we make you feel special as a member of our club? Now that's going to be a journey, because it's a journey of discovery, because we also would like, we want to develop that with our fans rather than create a whole bouquet of experiences through the club with special rates and special deals with partners, and then say, here you go, hopefully you'll like it. We want to work together with the fans, have a very open door, should we say, club where people can make suggestions. We'd love to do that, but we couldn't because of A, B, and C, or it was always too expensive. Or wouldn't it be great if we could do that and go away to the winelands and tour some wine estates, but still and enjoy the whole experience? How would that be put together? And so we wanted to find different ways of reaching our customers and satisfying them in ways that are much more intimate, and tailor-make things for them. And we think that now with the digital age, you're able to really get closer to your customer and to your consumer, and literally tailor to their tastes what they would like.
Oh, that's interesting. So we do. You did mention that there's going to be a staged approach, and the first stage is obviously to get more people involved with wine. And I think you said we want to invite people that are interested in joining the first people to join the Lifestyle Society to actually message us, and we'll send them more information. Is that the way you want to work this?
Exactly. I think if I can describe it in this way, we're looking for beta testers of the club, and we could even call them beta tasters, because we want to build it with our fans and with the consumer. And so we want to invite you in to help us create something, the best of the best experience for you.
Well, that sounds awesome, Patrick. I think our listeners will definitely be interested in it. I mean, your brand has been growing steadily over the. I can see on the exposure that you're getting, and the way people are experiencing the products, that the brand is growing, and the feedback that we've seen on our platforms on your products are really, really great. So I think, and I'm not just talking about the wine, I'm also talking about the branded shirts and stuff like that. People really, well, I say people, women love it.
We're finding incredible, during this time, particularly during the lockdown and in time of great uncertainty, and this is the time, I think, that entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial brands that are gregarious or more intrepid, willing to step out of the comfort zone and put something new forward in a time when I think everybody is consolidating, being very conservative, battening down the hatches. We've been really busy bringing out new things and taking the risks in a very tough time. And we're seeing an incredible interest from our fans and from new fans coming on board. And it's really, really been encouraging. Through all the different social media channels, the interest in the brand has grown exponentially. Thousands each month are joining, and we're seeing that traffic.
Well, I just see that I just see a post, a comment here from Elisa van der Wyver, and she said that Audacia would like to join. So this begs a question that from my side is, do you see the club also being not just consumers, but also other wineries and other players in the winelands becoming part of this whole Lifestyle Society?
Of course, I think the sooner the wine industry in South Africa and the Western Cape can see that we are actually in the same club. We're all in the same boat, and we're all in the same club. And there's enough space for everybody to thrive. And it's this attitude change that I've been pushing for many, many years. I've always felt that everyone says competition is great for business. I think cooperation is even better. And if we can cooperate with each other instead of competing with one another, then there's enough space for all of us to grow, because there's so many different tastes, so many different types of people, and there's more than enough to go around. And I think what we need to do is broaden our consumer base, broaden the appeal for wine. We've got a huge population that still isn't experiencing this kind of wine culture that really can. And we have this opportunity to not be a niche consumer product like wine. We really, and we're not, and if you think about it, South Africa, you'd think we're a wine drinking culture, but actually if you look at the figures, it's not really that true. We're more a beer drinking culture and even more spirits drinking culture. But the wine industry and the wine, our whole business has the opportunity to work together to broaden the appeal of wine and responsible drinking as well, because wine is more of a responsible drinking kind of category, in my opinion. And I think that also the experiences that the wine, that wine as a product opens up is very exciting. So I think, we shouldn't see ourselves as competing with one another. We should see ourselves as working together to open up the appeal for wine.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, so what you're basically saying, it's not about taking your slice of the pie, but it's actually all of us together, working together and building a bigger pie, or baking a bigger pie, for a better word.
That's a great analogy. Well, that's a great way of looking at it. It's great. It's a great analogy. Yes, we all win when we create a bigger pie.
So the lifestyle society, sounds like a lot of fun, and also I think you mentioned to me that this is not only going to be a South African society. This is actually going to be able to, you're going to churn this out worldwide. So people everywhere, consumers everywhere can join, and you also get your international distributors. And because the Fishwives Club brand is really, especially in Europe, it's been extremely popular. Can you tell us a little bit more about the plans there and how that would work?
Well, we really want to create the Fishwives Club as an emblem or a doorway to the wine world and the doorway to the wine experience and all the things that are related. And ultimately, what underlies that is bringing people together, because wine has this magical ability to bring people together, bring them around the table, bring them around the fire, bring them together. And humanity has always thrived when we and succeeded when we've got together under a common cause. And that's really how we want to be seen, is the doorway to the wine world. So we want to create these, should I say, online windows for each of our importers, where they won't have to manage any of the inventory in the process, but they're able to extend the brand patronage through the lifestyle club and also through the online boutique. And each online boutique will be maybe specific to the country and the language of that country, but it will be the same site that we will manage. That's what we're thinking is very, very exciting. And the digital world is able, it allows us to do so many things. And I think with things rapidly changing and new advances in technology, we're able to really, really be able to reach out right around the world without having to get on a plane.
So Patrick, that's very exciting. So what you're basically saying is you're taking direct to consumer to a new level, where you actually will have a boutique site that for every single, so the boutique will be in every single country in every single language. That is what you are planning long term.
Yes, we would like to assist our importers are in the business of importing and distributing quality wines to their market. So we want to help them grow the brand and grow their wine sales by offering the boutique as a brand extension, where fans can actually experience more of the brand. They can buy their favorite T-shirt with cultivar, and that they maybe, let's say they like to drink Chardonnay, and they have all this wineware. They'll have the different accessories, but that is for our importer to as a secondary revenue stream. But they don't have to manage it because they're not in the business of accessories and clothing. It's our responsibility to grow the brand, and we're going to help them do that through the online boutique in each country. So that because we've had so many fans from different countries get hold of me particularly and say, where can I get the T-shirts? Where can I get the art? I'd love to have the posters, the lights. Where could I get the stuff? And it was never available in their country, so we'd have to sort of ship it individually from here.
So this is the way I understand it. If you want to get the products, you go to the boutique. If you want to have an experience and have some of what if I look at wine and at the tourism industry, we went from wine tours to wine tourism, and now we're really going in the winelands to a whole new concept calling lifestyle tourism. So the Fishwives Lifestyle Society will basically be the place where you will come as a consumer to get your lifestyle tourism experience, which is fantastic. And you also mentioned the whole concept of a lifestyle and a wine and lifestyle concierge that you would get as I think I'm letting the cat out of the bag a bit, but where people would be able to, you will have your personal concierge service where you will actually be able to phone somebody or message them, and they would be able to supply you with your winelands experience. Do I understand that correctly?
Yeah, I think depending on how involved you want to be with the club. We for example, online with our overseas importers having that mirrored site, the boutique site. Excuse me. You mentioned wine tourism. For example, we would love to be again the doorway. We open the door to come to South Africa, come see the South African winelands. They are like second to none. They really are. The weather, the scenery, everything in South Africa is amazing. And we also want to be instrumental in bringing people out on, working with others, with other partners, creating inbound to wine tours that you literally can tailor make. On the wine, the boutique, the lifestyle in the lifestyle club, and get access to the boutique, where you're able to buy these experiences, and everyone benefits from that. We just, like I said, we're like a window and a doorway to the wine experience. And as far as, for example, can you imagine? I mean, why not buy wine up front? For example, let's say that you love a certain brand. Well, we would love to offer you the opportunity to buy your whole wine supply at should we say, last year's prices. It's a win-win situation. You're going to get wine delivered to your door, and you've bought your entire range of wines up front. And if you say, look, we loved the Sauvignon Blanc last month, but I'd like to swap it now, bring me some Chardonnay and a case of, let's say, Pinotage Rosé this time. You're able to interswap the wines, but we become your virtual seller. And at some point, if you wanted to have a dinner arranged with a pop-up chef, should we say, with a very good, well-known pop-up chef, we will arrange that for you. So we want to be able to offer experiences that are related to wine and socializing, and tailor it and package it in an original way, and give you the freedom to, like I said, buy all your wine up front at a special price. That's a great idea, and I think that we want to open that opportunity up to some sectors of the market that will be able to put the money down, so that we can act as their virtual seller. And when they need the wines, it gets delivered right to their door. Even if you want, who would you like it delivered by? We want to customize as much as possible.
So Patrick, that excites me as a consumer, because if you buy wine, one of the problems is buying wine in bulk is that I can't store the wine in my garage. I don't have a cellar, right? So it's perfect for me if it's actually stored somewhere where I know it's in a controlled condition and the quality will be kept constant.
Absolutely, and we're an email or a WhatsApp away, and that's how we would like to get it, so that it's so quick that we will take care of the storage, the wine, the cellaring, and keep the temperature controlled, and ensure that it arrives always in the best condition, so that you can have an apartment and you never have to worry, where am I going to store, a year's worth of wines? We'll store it for you, and we'll also, what's more, make it interchangeable, so that you can get to try different wines at different months, and it's completely free. You have the freedom to choose.
Oh, this is awesome. So I'm loving this lifestyle society more and more. So if you are sitting and listening to this, and you maybe have a restaurant, or in the wine, you're a winery, or you're a wannabe celebrity chef that want to do this pop-up thing. How do I mean? Are you inviting people to contact you and to to talk to you about this?
Absolutely. I mean, they can email us directly from our website, and you can contact me directly, Patrick James Robertson. You can see my website, the email from there. And you mentioned, let's say, the restaurants. This is something that I've experienced when I've dealt personally with restaurants and restaurant owners. They always have the same issue. Look, we don't have the space. I mean, we're literally paying dearly for each square meter. And so, hence, they enjoy the idea of being able to be stocked regularly every week. We would love to extend that opportunity for them to buy their wines without the price changing and fluctuating, because we are in uncertain times, and know that they've bought a wine supplier that we will sell and we will supply to them at the agreed price, and deliver as and when is necessary. So you can buy your supply upfront.
So that is absolutely awesome. And also the other thing is that really excites me is something we haven't spoken about, but is this whole media component where you are actually doing this, where say a restaurant becomes one of your customers, you would actually then go out and promote their business via social media, via live streams, and they become part of your Fishwives Club media company campaigns to actually enhance their business. This is something unique that we haven't seen in the wine industry before.
Absolutely, there's nothing like it. And building off my 30 years in advertising and marketing, you build up a knowledge of the psychology of consumers and certain industries and how the cut and thrust of how things work. And we found that we found that actually helping you sell helps us sell. I mean, it's one hand washes the other, and it's great to say it, but it's another thing doing it. So what we offer our importers, and now we want to offer through our media, our new Fishwives Club media channel, through all the social media that we're offering through that, is we're going to be promoting your business on our channel, and punching you big time to get whatever you're doing, whatever promotions you want to put out there, we'll put out there through our channel and through our database. And it makes all the sense in the world that as you come on board with the Fishwives Club, we're pretty much offering you an ad agency in a box, and we're also offering you a media channel in a box. And you get all that when you buy the brand, and you commit to the brand. And when you commit to our brand, we commit to you. And that way, everybody wins.
Patrick, this is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for the next level of this Fishwives Club Lifestyle Society to be launched. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah, I would. I invite you to become beta testers in all the different levels, whether you're in the tourism trade and you want to be partners with us to put together an incredible wine experience. Whoever you are that you want to take part and help us grow this opportunity, we'd love you to become beta testers and beta tasters.
I love the idea of beta tasters. I think that's I'm definitely going to become a beta taster immediately. So, Patrick, thank you very much for spending the time this morning. And I'm sure we're going to be live with more updates, possibly later this week, I've heard. It's wonderful. We also have some news on local distribution, but I'm going to keep that on the wraps so that we have something for people to log in on the next live stream. We'll be talking about that. And then you'll be we'll be talking to one of your new local distributors. Good luck with everything, and thanks so much for spending the time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Will. Thanks for having us on again. Thank you.
And just remind everybody, if you're interested in wanting to join or whatever, The easiest way is to message the Fishwives Club here from Facebook, or to leave a comment and somebody will contact you, or go to the Fishwives Club thefishwivesclub.co.za website and fill in the contact form, and somebody will get hold of you, possibly Patrick himself. And yeah, thank you very much, and have a great day. It's Spring Day. By the way, just a reminder that if you are buying your loved one a flowers for today, why don't what would you suggest? What Fishwives Club would your concierge suggest with spring flowers, Patrick?
Well, there's a wonderful idea. Pinotage Rosé, why not buy beautiful pink roses? It's something we would love to add as an option to the site, to the boutique. And the boutique, it's brand new, so it's just in its infancy. So you can go and see it growing. It's the Fishwives Club boutique.com, the Fishwives Club boutique.com. Go and visit there. Wouldn't it be lovely to be able to order a case of Pinotage Rosé, and as well as that, a beautiful big bunch of pink roses. Wonderful spring day gift for somebody. That's the kind of thing that we'd like your input on. What would you like to see there?
Excellent, Patrick. Thank you very, very much.